let's talk about our links and emails. So we've covered a couple things. Let's talk about tying them together a little bit. And when that comes back, we'll check out those internal web forms. So we talked about having a squeeze page, right? And that has a little arrow and so forth, and there's these fields and a button and, you know, maybe a video. So when they fill out the squeeze page, we can send them a series of emails if we want to. Again, a sequence over time. Send them a bunch of emails, all of which lead to your sales page. And we talked about this, how the sales page can have testimonials and how it needs a guarantee and so forth above the button and all that, right? So what we're doing here with Infusionsoft is we're hoping that people follow our optimal path all the time. We're hoping that they fill this out and then read these emails and then fill this out. And then what we're doing is we're managing the exceptions. So when they accomplish, let's say, objective A, and they're going this way, we want them to do B right in a row, C right in a row, D right in a row. And what we do is we say, well, when you don't do B, A has started a series of emails, right? And they just harass you until you do B. And when you do B, it starts a series of emails. And they harass you until you do C. And then again, these things cancel downward. So what I would say to you in the sales process is that if you come back here and you have your form here, which leads to a bunch of emails, which lead to this form, I would try to get the sale in as many ways as possible. So right after this form, I would send them to this page as a thank you page. So, hey, you just download my free thing. While you're waiting for it, you know, check out this page because there's a special offer. We talked about that with a webinar, taking a webinar, putting it right behind the squeeze page, right, and saying, hey, there's a special webinar replay and whatnot. It doesn't necessarily have to be a webinar. That works for everything. So my funnel in this launch in March, and a lot of people's funnels who I've worked on, we do this sort of thing. We always just say, squeeze page sends you to the order page directly. And again, the order page needs some transitional copy. So the way that you get away with this is at the top of the order page, you say, you know, great, I've sent that to your email. Relax for a few minutes and check out this special video while you're waiting. And so they understand that they got the thing. You can't just jump into sales. You need to acknowledge the fact that whatever they asked for is on the way. So, hey, I've delivered on this promise. Now here's something else. And just similarly with the A, B, C, D, whatever, this one by default assumes they're not going to do this. So this page assumes this doesn't happen, therefore it kicks out those emails, you know, over and over and over and over and over, and these all lead up here. This page, when they fill that out, it assumes that the person will not take the upsell. So we got the upsell, we got the order page, and we got the squeeze page, okay? Is this up on that monitor? Nope. So again, this one, we want them to click here, click here, click here, and then go to maybe another upsell, but possibly just a thanks page. I only did one upsell on mine. To JV's point, yeah, you don't want to piss people off. But this one, as soon as they've bought, you're sending them these upsell emails. And these are a little bit unique, these one-click upsell emails, because you could actually potentially say that them clicking on the link in the email processes their order. So you can make it so they can one-click upsell directly out of their email if you want. So I bought, I went here, I left. But I get this email that repositions the offer, and you know, at the bottom of the email it says, click this link only if you want to be charged $4.97 right now for this spectacular deal, blah, blah, blah. You can upsell them directly out of the email. In fact, you can upsell people through text and other things as well, like one-click upsell. If they text one keyword, you can charge them because you got their card on file here. So this, though, is not that safe. What I would do, remember this page passes the email to the upsell, and the upsell uses the email to process the order. Do you guys remember that from earlier? Or this email, I would simply just pass to the page. And the same thing at every stage, just keep them going. So in these emails, this is not exactly the perfect flow. Remember the first day I said that I was going to show you guys the perfect flow, and I gave you the secret right then? I don't think anyone really appreciated it because I didn't explain it very well, but here it is. So we have the squeeze page, we have the sales page, and we have the order page. And the squeeze page is done in Optimize Press. The sales page is done in Optimize Press. The order form, you can use the order form template that I just showed you guys with the video. So this is Infusionsoft. The upsell is Optimize Press. Of course, the upsell here and the squeeze page here, they have Infusionsoft code in them, but what I'm saying is the page is an Optimize Press page. It goes to another Optimize Press page, order page that's on Infusionsoft, Optimize Press upsell page, thank you page, most likely Optimize Press again. And the reason I say that this is the secret to internet marketing, it's not that it's a secret, it's that people do other stuff besides this. And that's no good. You don't want to do other stuff unless you understand this already. For all of you, I would say if your flagship product does not have this set up, you don't need to worry about anything else. You don't even need to be aware of what a webinar is or anything else, anything at all. If your flagship product or the thing you're trying to sell hardest does not have a squeeze page that goes direct to a sales page, what I mean by sales page, the difference between sales and order, sales is persuading them, it's making the sale. When they click the button at the bottom, they go here to actually check out. Does that make sense? And this flow here with the emails following them up, no, it's not perfect. You can get trickier. A launch might be trickier, an evergreen launch or whatever. But how hard is this really to make? You saw what it took to make a squeeze page yesterday, right? With the right tools. Not that much. You saw how I did my order page. Really not that much. The sales page is very, very similar. But anyways, does everyone have this written down? Who has this? A couple of you guys? 3, 4, 5 MAG members do? You do? Cool. Who has a squeeze page in the room? By raise of hands. Who has a squeeze page? Who does not have a squeeze page? Okay. All right. Do you guys have $97? Yes? So I would go and I would buy Optimize Press right away. It doesn't matter what you're selling. I would just go buy that thing because it'll just help you make your pages quicker. This little thing, again, is just a little video I have that helps you set up the code. That's straightforward. Optimize Press does the rest. And it can do a lot of other stuff as well, like I showed you membership pages and blogs, but I don't use it for that.